Hello everyone, my name is Carolyn Haskins, and for this intervention, I chose learning organization, which is a part of the organizational level intervention. So just to kind of introduce this topic, a learning organization is an organization that has woven a continuous and enhanced capacity to learn, adapt, and change into its culture. Its values, policies, practices, systems, and structures support and accelerate learning for all employees. So a learning organization really just is a group of people working together collectively to enhance their capacities to create results that they really care about. So it involves individual learning in order to make a shift from traditional organization to a learning organization. So some characteristics, this came from the McLean textbook. Just a learning organization embraces change, encourages managers to be mentors, facilitators, coaches. There's a culture of feedback. There's a shared organization-wide vision, really just providing a place for shared learning, frequent opportunities to improve, continuous improvement, and things like that. So the difference between organizational learning and learning organization isn't much of a difference. It's just kind of the process an organization uses to become a learning organization. So if you see both, they're interrelated. And this learning organization was developed by Dr. Peter Singe in 1990. He was the founding chairman of the Society of Organizational Learning, and his book, The Fifth Discipline, discusses his learning organization idea. So how to create a learning organization. So this was, again, from the McLean book, kind of just reiterating the characteristics, creating continuous learning opportunities, promoting inquiry and dialogue, encouraging collaboration, team learning, establish system to capture and share the learning, empower people towards this collective vision of the organization, connect the organization to its environment, and use leaders who model and support learning at the individual, team, and organizational level. So again, it's just encouraging and facilitating learning in order to continually transform the organization to survive and excel in a rapidly changing business environment. Really will help. Characteristics of a learning organization will help managers and employees meet these challenges by providing them with the tools to pursue a creative vision and learn and work together effectively in order to adapt to change. So strengths and weaknesses. So the strengths of trying to transform into a learning organization and utilizing these characteristics enables an organization to adapt to a changing environment. It actively promotes and rewards collective learning. It improves quality and innovation of the organization, and it allows the organization to remain competitive to external pressures and maybe competing organizations. It helps them stay on top of things. Weaknesses, in ways that maybe a learning organization wouldn't necessarily thrive, is if maybe the employees or even the leaders are just resistant to change, unwillingness to discuss and address issues or problems within the organization, if there's a lack of direct leadership or maybe too much control from the leadership, kind of trying to transform into a learning organization really won't be fruitful. Maybe disregarding team success or not valuing the concept of learning, it won't really be successful. And if they focus more on short-term goals instead of long-term goals, it just won't work. So here's a way to kind of look at learning organization. It can be broken down into 5 disciplines. So like I've been saying, there's individual learning and team learning. So the ones for this 5 discipline are within the individual are personal mastery and mental models. So again, these are all the building blocks for a successful learning organization. So personal mastery, really organizations cannot learn until their individual members begin to learn. So allowing them to define what they're trying to achieve and make goals for themselves is the personal mastery. And then the mental model is just a framework of their cognitive process, making sure that they really are determined to succeed. And then kind of more for within these 5 disciplines, the teamwork and the team learning and building a shared vision is more of the team. So building a shared vision, a common vision, is just getting together with the group and making successful visions, building on individual visions of all the employees at all levels of the organization. This can create a common identity that provides focus and energy for the learning. And then of course team learning, everyone's committed to continual improvement, all coming together to systems thinking, seeing a pattern and interrelationships between the individual and the team level. So this is kind of a way that you can outline learning organization and how to implement it more clearly. So here's another way to visualize a learning organization through organizational learning. Just understanding the widespread generation of information and how to integrate it with local and new information from an organizational context, collectively interpreting that and how to work with your organization, and then taking responsible action and to continuously learn. So learning from the successes, learning from your failures, and again, just continuously learning is really just built into the infrastructure of a learning organization. So here are some commonly well-known organizations that are known as learning organizations. So General Electric, Windows, Apple, Johnson & Johnson are all, among others, they have this integrated into their infrastructure and into their success. So that's about my references. Thanks so much. Look forward to hearing your comments.